Alicia West, and welcome to King County at your service. It's that time of year. Did you know that flooding is still one of the biggest risks to people and property in King County? But being prepared is easier than you might think.
Flooding concerns to area rivers.
Flooding can be from a river. It can also be from the stormwater drains.
They're warning drivers to be careful on
Water is eventually going to come to us, probably wherever we are in the county.
To be flood ready means to know your flood risk information and take active steps to protect yourself, your family, and your property before the flood happens.
The goal of the King County Flood Control District is to help people prepare for flooding and to provide some infrastructure along the riverbanks to reduce the risk of flooding while helping salmon recovery and habitat restoration.
How do I know if my home is in a flood-prone area?
If you live in the floodplain, we send you a Be Flood Ready brochure. Also, folks can go to the King County Flood Control District's website, plug in their address, and find out if their property is in a floodplain.
Should I get flood insurance?
If your property is in that FEMA mapped floodplain, you are required by your mortgage broker to get flood insurance. People who either live in the floodplain as tenants or folks like me who live in cities, you should probably get insurance to protect your property from getting wet. Damage from flooding is not covered on your homeowner's insurance.
There are actions you can take before, during, and after a flood in order to be flood ready. Make a plan by practicing an evacuation route with your family and make an emergency preparedness kit. Be informed. You can sign up for flood alerts and be sure to have an out-of-state friend or family member as an emergency contact. And the final thing you should do is make sure you walk around your home taking pictures and video so you can document what your home and property look like before a flood happens.
When I'm at home and a flood is approaching, what should I do?
Move your valuables to higher ground. If you're in an urban area, that might mean move things to your second floor. And if you're in a rural area, that might mean move things to a farm pad. During a flood event, you can always contact the King County Flood Warning Center and get real-time updates about the situation in your community. And if you're told to evacuate, make sure you do so immediately. If you are unable to do so safely, call 911 right away and move yourself to as high ground as you can, taking your mobile phone and a flashlight with you.
When I'm in my car and encounter flooding, what should I do?
Never drive or walk through flooding. Remember, turn around, don't drown. It takes less than 12 inches of water to knock you off your feet or even pick up your car and float it away. So remember, turn around, don't drown.
Once a flood has ended, when can I re-enter my home?
Floodwaters can hide all sorts of contamination and dangers. Never re-enter your home or business until officials say it's safe. Always have a licensed professional inspect your gas, water, and electricity before turning them on. Always wear gloves, boots, and protective clothing when you're cleaning up your property after a flood event. Be sure to document key information by capturing the high water marks and any damage that may have occurred before you start the repairs.
It's about how do you bounce back when Mother Nature does what Mother Nature's gonna do. Make a plan, get prepared for when water is coming, and get insurance.
When individuals and families take the necessary steps to become flood ready, they strengthen the resilience of all of our communities here in King County.
Funny, engaging, and a great driver. Meet Metro Transit's Operator of the Year, Jack Millman. Oh, and did we mention he also rides a Harley?
Good day, my name is Jack Millman and I'm a King County Metro Transit operator. I've been driving the coach for 26 years and I love every day of it. You know, I was hired in the days where we didn't have automatic PA systems. I'll come up to like 125th and Aurora and go, oh, we got Lowe's Hardware Jacket Box in. Krispy Kremes, donuts, you know, and stuff like that. It lightens up the mood, especially on the E line. It's one of our challenging routes in King County. We move a lot of people, and I think that's number one in the system now. Not only are we transporting commuters, but we're also getting people to their doctors and dentist appointments.
Like 70 seconds, safe flight.
I know all the stores, locations, point of interest, driver's license, social security departments, and all that stuff. So I throw that in. We got a lot of people with disabilities, that may not be able to see that or know that. And so by throwing that in there with a smile, it carries a lot of weight.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Long time no see.
I'm all about helping people. I've always been. Before this, like I said, I got my criminal justice degree. I thought I was going to be able to, help and get cats out of trees. Then I found out that's the fire department. Oops. But anyway, I just love doing that kind of stuff. On hobby side, I got my Harley Davidson. I love riding my motorcycle. That's my Zen time.
That's right, 175th, that being the best card.
I am a mentor as well, King County mentor, and we get to work with a lot of the new drivers. We're riding with them as the senior operators to maybe coach them.
All right, my friend, just in time, come on in.
That eye contact is one, it reassures you that I care, that I'm going to get you to point A to point B safely. Number two, if your intent was to do wrong, and now I just try to create a friend. The other thing is if anything does go down sideways in the bus, I got 30 or 40 of my friends that I just made.
Pete, how you doing, buddy? Good. How you doing, Jack?
I love people. I love helping people. I love to drive. So it fit all the boxes for me.
Thanks for riding Petro.
Tiara has been blind for 8 years, but she still gets her nails done, goes out for date nights, and a lot more with the help of Metro's Access Paratransit.
I've been blind 8 years. Always had a caregiver, I still do. And they took me most of my places. My name is Tiara, and we are at Lighthouse for the Blind where I work.
Access provides transportation, a very essential part of people with disabilities who live in King County to get around. It's a very essential service that's provided to people with the greatest needs that we really want to make sure that it's a safe, reliable service for people who may not be able to get to where they want to go. And so this is an opportunity to do that.
Today I'm gonna get my nails done. I have a birthday coming up.
The driver would go to the door and pick up Tiara.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Tiara.
Yes.
Has been trained in how to work with riders who are blind, how to walk with them and lead them. Lead her to the stairs, help her up the stairs, help her find her seat, have her seated, help her with being belted in.
Being able to go to work Monday through Friday, I'm able to do that. Going to church, I'm able to do that. Socializing with friends and going out to eat and things like that, I'm able to do that because of Access. Access provides that independence for me.
And then guiding her to where she wants to go, to the door, and taking her to where she wanted to be seated, or handing her off to somebody who's going to help her to be where she needed to go to get her nails done.
I know where the coffee at. You normally got me coffee. Before I actually started using Access, I normally got a ride from a caregiver. So caregivers, they have a time, that they work for you. So if they're not within that, if I'm not doing nothing within that time where I need to be drove, then when am I doing outside of their time, So that's the difference between the caregiver and Access, is that the freedom.
We provide riders opportunities to go to places where they want to go, similar to the fixed route bus, and we mirror fixed route. So we go to places within a 3/4 mile boundary of where fixed route goes. However, because we're King County, we also go above and beyond. We have Access vans that go to places where there might not be a fixed route bus route. But this also allows someone who lives in those areas to get access to transportation.
Me being able to get out and still do the things that I did when I had eyesight. Going on dates with my husband, going out to the movies with my child. I'm not able to drive myself. I'm still able to get to where I want to go. So it's a major positive impact for my life.
Do you have a septic system? Meet Vashon Island's Septic Sisters. They know a lot about preserving water quality.
Vashon is an island that's surrounded by Puget Sound. There's whales, there's seals, there's all kinds of birds. No, it's beautiful. Groundwater, that's what everybody's drinking here. The majority of people on the island have a septic system, and most of those septic systems are pretty old. You know, what do you do when something happens?
We call ourselves the Septic Sisters, a Neighbors Helping Neighbors project. Our role is advice and advocacy for island septic owners.
Do you have any septic questions? You want to talk about your septic system?
This is the tank, the distribution box takes it out to the drain field.
The island needed some kind of a support system, you know, some bridge between the islanders and the county, sort of an unofficial, friendly, neighbor-to-neighbor kind of group that could just kind of run interference for people who were having problems.
Where is my septic system? How do I find it? How can I find the records for my septic system? What do I need to know when I'm building something or buying or selling property?
I have this sign that says my septic failed. To let people know I'm their neighbor, and I've had, you know, my fumbles with my septic system, and I can talk about that.
We get it, because we are also septic owners. When you flush, water takes your waste down into a holding tank, and the holding tank separates the sludge and the scum, and then the rest of the wastewater untreated goes through a distribution box that then goes into a drain field. The bacteria in the soil clean out those nasty germs that would otherwise make us sick if they got into the water system.
Public health is the regulating body for all septic systems in King County. All your septic records are available online at kingcounty.gov/septic records. We also have financial assistance programs for septic repairs or replacements. Septic system maintenance is one of the key components for long-lasting septic. We don't want your septic system to fail. We want you to take care of your system so that you can have it for a long time. It also protects your own health.
Anywhere you are, if pathogens get into the water supply, they can make people sick.
The Septic Sisters are a great, comfortable place to go if you have a problem or a question, and they've been really, really responsible about getting back to people. On the island, you really have to be able to not only fend for yourself, but fend for your community. It's about keeping the groundwater safe and keeping the sound clean.
Thanks for joining us for King County at your service. Check us out online at kingcounty.gov/KCTV. I'm Alicia West, and we'll see you next time.